Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? And I'm back with another video. I'm doing that for y'all. Cause the video I'm doing a story about the tragic murder of of the R&B singer Judy Hudson's family. Her family was killed in 2008 by this dude William Balfour. He killed her family. He killed the nephew, the mother, and the brother, and I think he killed 3 people though at the time. So I'm doing a story about the dude William Bradford. Basically his background, why he killed her family man in Chicago, man. But so here we go. Okay, William Bradford is a dude who had killed Jim Hudson's family man in 2008, and so he came from a tough background. His mother, I said, had abandoned him when he was younger, and he started getting into like trouble, man. In his life to where he get I said he was I kind of got in the wrong direction to where he would I said get a lot of trouble when we young. He would get to a lot of gangs too. Chicago, like gang Chicago is real, but how he got involved with basically into criminal activity like carjacking, stealing cars, drug dealing. It gets So I feel like he got involved with a lot of stuff, in his life, how he just, couldn't leave Fish alone. And so he been like kind of got, kind of went to probably jail a lot of times, how he was a dude that was in the wrong direction to where, his mother had abandoned him, I think he had no father figure in his life to where, he would try and like, try to get in the right track in his life, and how when Bradford was the dude that was on the wrong side of the road, to where, he get a lot of stuff, but and so I think prior to that, yeah, I think Jay Hudson was a singer who trying to get her career off the top, meaning to where, she was a good R&B singer though at the time, how yeah, she was a a fame star, how Jay Hudson was, R&B singers out there who, I still play a lot of moves and stuff, how her career had went further, in her life, how her family, I say, was proud of her, of her own success, basically in career, So I think I seen this show on TV to where it's called Murder in the Family. To where I think Jennifer Hudson had knew when Bradford, man, when she was probably in high school. So I think she was like into him because he thought that he was trouble, and how her sister Julia had knew him, and how it was a type of a romance between her sister and him, and so I feel like it's more of a type of relationship to when things went good at first, at some point how it went bad, but and so I think her sister Julia had knew him, and how they want to like have a good side relationship together, man. But and so I think no, Jennifer Hudson didn't approve of the relationship to where he would I probably say that she would, I say, have him like move in to the house with I say with the family of 7-year-old Jillian King, her mother Darnell, and Jason is her brother, man, Jason and Julia. And so I think, for families is living one roof, I think him and his him trying to live in with him can I said benefit him as being a person, that will get his life back on track. And but sometimes, his lifestyle, it can get him a lot of trouble to where, he do a lot of stuff like, carjack. It's also in this type of scene to where, he was trying to carjack the man's car, and how William trying to, I say, trying to drive off with the car to the man trying to hold to his car, and somehow he had fled basically on the highway to I said make the man, I said like get injured, and how he trying to injure the man, but how and he got charged with carjacking, but man, I feel like he on the wrong. I don't know, I feel like dude is on the wrong track in life where he'll get a lot of stuff and how so I feel like he got to game more heavily. So when he joined the game, Lane King, no, no, yeah, I probably say he was known as GD though, So he joined the gang called GDs in Chicago, man. How the gangs is very much known as GDs or other gangs like that, but and how he was trying like trying to I said fit in to be as a a gangster. How he got about a lot of stuff and so I back and so that back then he'll get more active to where he started like exercising. He started a little more buff. In his couple video I was showing y'all and how how his look personality basically I still get the girls get him being I still give out a lot of females but and so I think Julia and William relationship start to be a type of an issue uh to where they get to like fights and stuff in home to where I think Julia felt like William was kind of more abusive to her and how he would try and like stalk her around stuff and so I feel like even Hudson's fame will start to get going well until a tragedy happened man to where she came to Chicago man and how her family just got smoked man but so I think prior to that type of issue to where yeah, I think the whole fight this went on in the home to where her sister Julia would start to get more fights with him and over his nature over I said over him being like abusive to her and how he would get to fights with her and stuff. But so I feel like the relationship had turned rocky though to where both of them I said would get to fights in the home to where yeah yeah I say it got too much more of a friction between him and her to where to where her brother Jason would come in and stop the fight, to where, his yeah, I say that her brother Jason would come in and start the fight and how it was a type of issue, but so I think William felt jealous of the family to where yeah, I think the 8-year-old son of Julia known as Julian King felt like he getting more love than William Bradford man how I don't know. I feel like he getting much love than William, and so I seen this clip to where he getting more abandoned by his mother, back then, and so I feel like the love was not shown to him how you know to where basically the 7-year old got more love than him, so I feel like it kind of had rule of a jealousy trigger him to where he would get like more violent, more evil, and more extremely evil, man. To where he would get like more erratic, to where he get too jealous of the family and how the family wasn't giving him much love, and how the mother of Jennifer Hudson, I say it wasn't getting along with me at all. So I feel like the family had turned back on him, but so I feel like William Bradford was a dude that was getting with love in the home and how how things went off and how he just didn't know on how to handle his emotions and stuff. But so I feel like yeah, I seen this type of clip on TV to where things got so bad to where um Julian I mean like Julia was starting to break up with him and how no, William wasn't having it at all, man. But so I feel like he wanted like to get uh basically evil with Julia, to where yeah, I think they said that he was at the house a couple times to to basically stalk her around and stuff, and how he trying like basically trying to go to the house and stuff, and so I think one day, man, William Bradford basically came to the home to where he thought that G was, basically found another guy, and how it happened. So I think he saw some balloons, a gift in the home to where, from another guy. And I think basically the guy was in the home with Judy and how things kind of touched an argument how Judy told him to leave, a guy at the house, but And so I think it turned tragic to when he got a gun and how he had went back to the home and shot and killed Jimmy Hudson's mother, Darnell. Um he shot and killed Jason, and then he kind of almost killed Gia. I think she was got home after that happened, and how the 7-year-old son had got kidnapped and how he trying like us kidnap the son. So it happened to where yeah, it was more of a type of murder that happened to where he had killed her family, man. He killed the mother, the brother, and he killed the nephew, man. But so I feel like he had kidnapped the son to where he had shot the son too in the car, man. But so at first the case it was a type of a triple. I mean, I probably say it was a triple homicide. In Chicago to where like three family members was killed in a home, and how Jimmy Hudson had came back to Chicago to see bad news. By a family, I said get murdered, killed, man, in the home. But so so it was more of a type of murder slash kidnapping to where the son got killed in the home. I mean the car with the dude, and how so it says that William brother had drove. Hold on. First, he's trying to get the son to the car, and so then he shot Jada King in the back seat, man. How he shot in the back seat, when he drove off, man. But so it's more of a kidnapping had turned tragic to where, how folks in Chicago had looked for this her nephew, and how nephew was kidnapped and how it turned to a tragedy. I said where they found the kid dead, and so it was more of type of basic trip homicide that happened to where her family got murdered, man, by over some evil intent to where when Bradford had shot and killed three people and how they end lives, but by killing them, but so he got arrested and charged with triple homicide means murder, as trespassing and kidnapping, man, but so it says some evidence so that he kind of lied to the officers to where he wasn't at the home. He trying to lie to the officers, but on how they found him, the gun, how the gun wasn't yeah, I feel like the gun had showing type of prints on it, how he just like used a gun with the glove and how he killed people in the home. But so they call him, they got arrested for the crime and how he's just doing a lot of time for and so he gave him. So he either gave him probably 3 life sentences for murder, like basic triple murder means life. Like murder means life prison, but like triple murder means homicide, and kidnap means he had kidnapped the nephew. Then he had trespassed basically to property, but so it's more of a tragic story, man, to where Jimmy Hudson's family got murdered, man, by some dude that was evil, man. How he going to kill basically the whole family, so because he didn't get no love from them, or I feel like it's more of a jealous type of thing to where like Jesse Kennedy King have a bad energy, and how somebody I said can get murdered and killed over that. But so I feel like he was a dude that was on the edge to nowhere, path of nowhere to destruction. How he killed her family member. So I say to I feel like this case happened back in 2008. Probably when I was in 10th grade, man. So I was in high school. So I feel like it's more tragic, that happened to the family of this R&B singer, man, Jennifer Hudson, man. How she was a good artist and how her family got killed, man. Got shot and killed by an evil dude who just don't know how to base control his anger, his emotions, everything. But so it's a tragedy. Still had to do for y'all, but so much y'all like, comment, and subscribe to Peace. Meyer, take care. Peace.